Ich bin nach einem Ort in der Nähe von Deutschland gegangen. Es gibt viele Pflanzen in das.
So you can correct, and if you cannot, we will request the others to do that.
Maybe einem is wrong.
That's correct. That's not wrong.
Okay.
So few things you should be careful, right? If there is a okay in this is kind of like speaking and writing. So when you are writing, right, if you're in an exam, if you are going to write an exam, be careful whenever there is a noun. The noun has to be capitalized. That means the first alphabet has to be capital. And how do you identify a noun? There will be an article before it.
Okay.
So
So O is capital here.
yes. What else?
That's it.
There neha. There is an article. So
Okay,
N is
again N capital.
yes. So okay, Gangan. Okay. Then you say I skipped. Okay. Any other mistake do you see?
Mm, no.
Okay. Let's see if the others can find any other mistake. Guys, you can unmute yourself if you see think
I
there is a mistake.
I mean, I'm not yet very sure with the adjective ending in, but then I think it's like when it's gift, it should be dative.
No, it's
No?
opposite.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But in thus, I don't feel right about it.
Yes, even that. So what do you want to say, Manda, over here? Escaped, I mean, what escaped feel? So you say there are many like flans in
Many plants in this particular place. Thus represents to einem Ort.
then you have to yeah, it's not I know what you're saying, but you can just say there, right? So escape feel plans and dot,
Okay.
right? Or an them ought. So uh so was your intention that I will use article as a pronoun? Was that your intention?
Yeah, article pronomen.
So you can do that, right? But don't so but we looked at right whenever it is before after a prepositions, it is not a good idea to do that. What you can say is you can say darin, es gibt viele Pflanzen darin.
Okay.
Okay, but even that will not be correct because I mean when you say darin, it means inside that place. But when you say inside that place, that means to my head at least, it sounds like below the like there is some place and inside that place, but you just mean there, right? So you can just say
Yeah.
dot. Okay.
Okay.
So just one thing you remember, this articles as pronouns. It's a good idea. Don't do it if that article is just after the prepositions. Don't do that. Go with
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Yes. Next sentence, please.
Ich esse kein Frühstück, weil es zu spät ist.
Mistake.
Mm, no.
Okay. Others. Do you guys find any mistake?
Mm,
Okay. Yeah.
No.
Even I can't find a mistake. But again, I said maybe German teachers will say there has to be a comma between Frühstück and Weil. I'm not sure. You can check, but I don't think there has to be a comma. But maybe some teachers may say there has to be a comma over there. Next sentence, please.
Die Tasche ist rot, darum kauft sie die. Again, die als Article pronomen.
Yeah, that's correct. But again, in teacher will say that there has to be a comma between wrote and darum. But teacher will be right when teacher says that darum is not the most appropriate over here. Darum is kind of so darum is meant to show a result. You know what I'm saying? Ich lerne Deutsch, Deutsch, um eine Arbeit zu bekommen. So die Tasche is wrote. You can say deswegen. You can say daher. Darum is kind of like like action and result. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that deswegen daher will be more appropriate. Next sentence, please.
Ich habe Deutsch gelernt, aber es ist schwierig, die Sprache den Deutschen zu verstehen.
Okay, mistakes.
No.
Others, do you find any mistakes?
Just a note about this sentence. In the previous sentence, rot should be in capital R or
No, it's a adjective, right? It's not a noun.
okay.
Only nouns are any capitalized. So in this sentence, there is a mistake, right? The spelling of Schwedish is not correct. So there has to be I before E. So it's SCHVIEARE,
Okay.
right? Uh, I'm not sure. Just check. Like languages are considered. I mean, of course, they are not feminine. I'm not sure. Like, is Deutsch there or das? Just check. I'm not sure, but just check. So
One small question. I would like to know what she wants to say here because ich lerne Deutsch, aber es ist schwierig. I mean, like, ich habe gelernt, it says like you already learned German. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know.
mm,
Somehow I cannot get like completely what she wants to say in here.
maybe you can explain yourself, Manda, right? If you don't mind.
Yeah, yeah. I already learned German, but it is difficult for me to understand native German's language.
So if you
Oh,
want to say
okay.
that right on paper, so you say ich habe Deutsch gelernt. This is one sentence, right? Then the next sentence starts. There has to again. I know what you say, but on paper it looks doesn't look completely correct. So there has to be a full stop after gelernt, and then you start with the next sentence, right? Right?
But this sentence, I guess, ich habe, it is like I learned German, but it is difficult to understand language of Germans.
Yes, if your sentence was again, this is very like like I'm not like a teacher, but if it is actually so if your sentence was ending at schwierig, then it was correct, right? But you continue speaking, right? Aber es ist schwierig, die Sprache der Deutschen zu verstehen, right? So when you say right, so you say it like you say ich habe Deutsch gelernt, then there is a pause, and then you say aber es ist schwierig, die Sprache der Deutschen zu verstehen. Now, how do I see this pause on paper? Okay, you can add a comma,
Okay, you,
but full stop is more appropriate.
okay.
Yeah. So, die Sprache den Deutschen zu verstehen, like she learned, I mean, I learned German, but it is still difficult, right? So, for example, where I live right now, so people use that and what, they will say, hast du gegessen, hast du gegessen. So they will not say hast du, they will say hasse, hast du gegessen, Wasser. So it takes some time and they will say, what is that? So, if they want to say was is das, they will say, what is that? You know, I mean, I know what you mean. It can get even more difficult. So it takes time. Continue, please.
Hier könnten Sie bitte nochmal sprechen, weil ich das notieren muss.
Yes, Miss.
Mistakes are comma before while
Yes.
and S capital after könnten Sie.
Yes. So if you don't mean, yeah, okay. Yeah. If you don't mean they, right? You don't mean they, right? You mean you.
No, it is formal Z.
Yeah, then it has. But I mean, if it is small, it's not incorrect, but it will sound like, can they speak one more time? So then it will be they.
Yeah.
Continue, please. I don't see any mistakes. Yeah.
Mein Winterschuhe sind verloren. Hast du die gesehen im Haus?
Okay, mistakes.
Maybe article pronomen die.
The
Meine Winterschuhe.
yes, right. Meine Schuhe is plural, so meine Winterschuhe. And it will be Schuhen, right? Because one is Schuhe. Okay, just check. Or maybe it is Schuhe. Okay. Yeah. And I think Schuhe is. Meine Winterschuhe sind verloren. Then, what other mistake? In the next sentence, article pronoun
Yeah,
is
H is a small letter.
okay. But this, you say gesehen, right? So, as I said, The participle y is going to be at the end of a sentence. Doesn't matter whether it's a statement, yes or no question, or w kind of question. So it has to be just before the question mark.
Okay.
Has to the house gesehen. Okay. But when you
Okay.
say house, right? Your teacher, when you say house, you mean house, right? HOUSE, right? But house actually means the entire building. Okay. So you have to say Wohnung.
Okay.
Yeah. So in der Wohnung. Yeah. House means the entire building. Next sentence, please.
Sie ist nur organic Essen. Deshalb sucht sie Bioprodukte.
Many mistakes. Please correct yourself. We'll start with the basic.
Maybe a comma before deshalb.
Yeah, that is obvious. What else? No.
Um, no.
So, like I
Product,
know, yes.
for product, the P should be capital.
Okay. Also, the spelling is not correct, right? So, C, there is no C,
Yes.
right? And also,
Oh, okay.
mm, boy. So, also, bio product is one word, So, if, okay, or if you want to say bio, it's an adjective. But I don't see people use. So, whenever I say they bio, right? You know what I'm saying? So, you say, for example, also the first one, right? The ist nur organic essen. You are, it's fine. People know what organic means in English, right? But you will have to say organisches Essen, you know. So O has
Okay.
to be small. Organisches, so organic food, right? So organic, so organisch. But even that
Oh,
does not convey, it doesn't fit in this context. So you want to say organic, right? Organisch, it technically means organic, but I mean, I know what you mean, right? Like, for example, like not lab grown, not where they have ingested a lot of
yeah,
chemicals.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so or you can just like put a hyphen between organic and essence, and now it becomes one word. Deshalb sucht sie, and also there is a hyphen, there has to be hyphen between bio and producta, and b as well as p have to be capital. Okay.
Okay.
And or you can just say, sie ist, oh no, yeah, I have never heard someone say organisches Essen, so sie ist nur bio. Yeah, yeah, continue please.
Ich bin arbeitslos und habe keine Erfahrung mit äh, europäischen
You
Projekten.
make mistake over here, it is not nice. Pronounce again.
Europäischen.
No, no, no. No problem. You can, but the way you are saying Europe is not correct.
Europa?
It's like the oi of boy or Europa,
Okay.
Europa.
Okay.
Okay. So it's been also other mistakes that you can find, and then we'll ask others. No mistakes. Chandu, Raga, you can't find any mistakes. Something with others. The adjective after ich bin. No spelling mistake.
I guess it's capital letter.
No, no, no.
No,
It's
I think
just
it's Arbeitslos.
yes, it's arbeitslos. Arbeitslos. But I have heard people say arbeitslos. But I think in Leo, if you look, they will say you will see arbeitslos. Und habe keine Erfahrung mit Europa-Projekten. Then you have to put a hyphen between Europa and Projekten. Then so that it is one word. But if you want to use Europa as an adjective, then it will be Europäischen Projekten. Okay. But yeah, continue, please.
Es gibt Storm, darum habe ich Netzwerkfehler mit meinem Handy. Könnten Sie bitte mir helfen?
Okay, mistakes.
I think spelling of storm is wrong. It is
Okay.
STU.
Umlaut, Esch, okay, S, Sturm, right?
Oh yeah, STU umlaut.
RM, and also S has to be capital. Again,
Yeah.
darum, again, when you use darum, whenever it is like an immediate, for example, you should think
Maybe
of it.
deswegen here again and like comma before deswegen.
Yeah, yeah. Darum, people say that, I watched the match, so that's why our team won.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
but here, if you say, ich habe gesehen, dass darum hab unser Team gewonnen. No, it does no, not because of you, right? So these are just two events. They may have happened, together. So it's not darum. You can use deswegen or, like Fehler was not the only effect of Sturm, right? There can be other effects as well. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then Handy H small, sorry, H has to be capital. Könnten Sie bitte mir helfen? Yeah, I don't think S has to be capital, right? So otherwise, this will mean can they help me?
Can she help me? Can you help me?
Then könnte, right? Not könnten. Then it has to be könnte.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, continue, please.
Ich möchte einen Termin haben mit
So this Netzwerk failure, Netzwerk failure can be something like, let's say you are working on a project and you are not able to connect to the server or something like that. This is considered to be Netzwerk failure. What you want to say is that there is no connection. All right.
no like signal, no signal.
Yeah, then it doesn't mean you can say it, but the normally people say mein Handy hat kein Empfang. You know, so Empfang means reception.
Okay.
I mean, you can say it. I don't not saying, but normally people say Handy hat kein Empfang, no reception.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, okay.
continue please.
Ich möchte einen Termin haben mit Ärztin. Sorry, mit Ärztin. Und wann sind Sie verfügbar?
Mistakes.
Should be
I think wann
perfect.
sind Sie verfügbar is not correct.
What is not correct? So what entire sentence or some part in it?
The one which I highlighted with the yellow.
No, I mean not in everything cannot be incorrect, right? So when you say incorrect, so you have to tell me like is the position of the verb not correct, or is some spelling mistake? So first thing is I don't see any mistake in the positioning of the verb, right? Because und nothing changes, right? So one after one you have the
Yeah,
verb, and after that you
maybe
have this.
V is capital letter. It's like available.
No, but it is an adjective,
Uh,
right? It's not a noun.
It's
okay.
verfügbar.
It's verfügbar, right? F has to be there between R and O umlaut.
Yeah,
Other
yeah.
mistakes, guys, there are a few more, two more mistakes. One mistake
Yeah,
again in Zoom.
I think with Myosta, with the model verb, the other verb should go to the end.
Yes, so it should be where?
Ich möchte einen Termin mit der Ärztin haben.
Okay, so that is correct. But both of you said Edstein, but you are reading Edstein, but the way, German is a phonetic language, right? Let's say if I am a kid and I will read it like this, Arztin, if I look at the spelling. But you
Yeah,
want to
it's
say Edstein.
Aston.
So it,
No, I corrected it. Like I
how
think
loud?
it's when it's a female doctor, it's not Arztin, it's Ärztin. If I'm
And the
not wrong.
spelling has to be A umlaut, right?
Yes, so that's why I said mit der Ärztin.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Okay, then I misunderstood it. So mit der Ärztin haben. But can I use something better than haben? I mean, haben I can use, of course, you want to have. But is there other where you can use verb? And you can only, like, normally it is used with respect to termin.
Mm,
Something with fair, Verein.
Verein, vereinbaren?
Correct. So use that one. Now the
Okay.
sentences, please.
Ich
Rohit,
möchte,
there's one more correction, right?
Where?
Okay, I think it should be wann ist sie verfügbar. It's not the capital S, rather the sind will become ist because
One.
she's referring to the lady doctor.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, so if I read it on paper, it's some, I mean, I will read it like this, in my head, translation is like, when are they available? But I mean, of course, if you want to say she, then it has to be ist, right? Right? If you want to say you, then S has to be capital. Z.
So, Shrija, I think you are asking, like, I would like to have an
I'm
appointment with
trying
the
to
lady
give
doctor.
respect to the doctor. It is a formalcy.
Then S has to be
No.
capital.
Okay.
But when she's referring to the doc, like,
Mm.
sorry, Rohit, like, one small question.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I mean, like, you want to ask the doctor, or you're making a call to the hospital and you're asking the receptionist.
Yeah, I believe it's
Sorry, I did not get your question.
So you are directly talking to the doctor and you're asking when are you available, or you're calling the reception and you're asking the receptionist
No,
when
I'm
is the
not
lady doctor.
asking doctor. I'm asking the receptionist.
Okay, then you must say ist sie, if I'm not wrong, Rohit.
Yeah, yeah, no, both of you are right. It's a matter of, like how people talk. I mean, so, I can just say, right, uh, I mean, I can, when I say, I mean, again, now it's very technical, right? But it depends, what you want to say. Let's say, for example, normally if I talk to, let's say, person A and I want to ask about person B, then person B is third party, right? Let's say, person A, let's say, ich Termin mit Ärztin haben, right? That means I'm talking to someone, one person about the third person, right? I'm talking to the receptionist about the doctor, right? And then when I say when is the doctor available, then the doctor will be the third party, right? Again, it's a matter of, uh, I'm not saying, both of you are right. I mean, to me, yeah, yeah. But of course, if I have to choose one, I will go with, one is Sifa Fuba, because I'm talking to the receptionist about the female doctor or the doctor, and then I say, like when is she available, right? So, right. So one is Sifa Fuba. Third party, there is nothing called as, there is no concept of formal informal, right? Third party is er sie is. So there is no concept of formal informal. So. Uh, Yes, so it should be ist more to be more appropriate. Also, the way the sentence is framed, right? Ich möchte einen Termin. If you und is not the most appropriate one, right? It can be a comma, right? But if you use und, the sentence structure is fine. But if you use a comma, then you will have to say ich möchte einen Termin mit Ärztin vereinbaren und wann ist and then comma of course, wann ist sie verfügbar? So ich möchte einen Termin mit der Ärztin vereinbaren, then the pause, wann ist sie verfügbar? Right? But even more better will be, right, when does she have time? I mean, she is available, right? So one, yeah, I think we have discussed enough on this topic. If there are still open questions, please ask. Otherwise, I will request the Chandu and Raga, if you have done the homework, please share your screen. If you haven't done the homework, please let me know.
I'm sorry, I didn't do today. I was in office and it was a busy day. I
No
couldn't
problem.
do.
No problem. No problem. But you have to, like, it's not about, so this is B1. B2 may start, I don't know, after a month, 2 months. So now you have to start writing, and yeah, you can write about your office, so you have to start saying things. Okay, Raga, have you done the homework?
Uh, I did few sentences, but I did not correct it. Maybe
It's
let's
fine,
correct
we can
it.
correct them right now. But if
Yeah. Um, Let me share my screen.
yes, please.
Um, Let me know if you can see.
Yeah, we can see it. I can see it at least. Yeah, I think others can also
Okay.
see it. Yeah, so you can start reading.
Heute hatte ich einen Anruf über Kita für Kinderplatz.
Yes, mistakes.
I
I'm
think
not sure if
instead
Yuba
of pure, I think vegan will be much more better.
Yes, that will be more appropriate. So, like, and then also Anruf, right? It is a noun, right? So A has to be capital. Heute hatte ich einen Anruf.
and also I'm not sure if Yuba is correct.
It's
Because
it's not about correct. People will know what you are trying to say. Heute hatte ich einen Anruf. So, okay, it's B1. You should try to say complicated sentences, or like, like sentences where you combine a lot of things. But you can also break it down, right? Heute hatte ich einen Anruf mit dem Kita Or mit dem Kita-Personal, right? Und es ging Kinderplatz. Or I mean, you want to say like free, like I know what you mean, like for a place for your baby, right? If she or
mm,
she can join the current ongoing batch. I mean, not batch, but you know what I mean. So
mm.
so you can break it down, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to say, if you want to say the all of this thing is in one sentence, you will have to say mit Kita über Kinderplatz. Okay, or mit
Okay.
Kita wegen, as Chandu pointed out, wegen Kinderplatz. The other way was much more. Now it's, can you, before it was the how do you say, the landscape mode was much more better. Now it
Uh,
looks like a,
I'm a bit bored. Mm, see if I can.
yeah,
Okay.
this way.
Okay.
So again, so you can if you want to say it in one sentence, it will be like heute hatte ich einen Anruf mit dem Kita. I mean, you don't, I mean, you will say, right, like somebody from the Kita, right? Not just Kita. I mean, you can
Mm,
also say mit Kita, but you know what I'm saying. Mit dem Kita Personal wegen, uh, yeah, Kinderplatz is, I don't. So there has to be some, vacant, or you can say vacancies, right? Vacants or freie Kinderplätze or whatever you want to say. Yeah.
mm,
Continue, please.
okay.
Or others have want to correct more, please pitch in. Yes, continue, please.
Okay. Ich habe gefragt, ob wir nach 2. Februar mit Eingewohnung anfangen können.
Mm. I'm hearing Eingewohnung for the first time, so I have no idea what it means, but I can, yeah.
This is a process where when we place a child in daycare for the first time, so we have to accompany them until they are get used to
Okay, okay. And this is the
this
correct word?
home. I know it's Eingewohnung, but I'm not sure about the
Mm.
spelling. But that's
No,
called
if you say Eingewohnung, it's correct. But again, I am hearing this for the first time, so, but I don't, I mean,
yeah,
I don't.
this is the word they use it.
Yeah,
I have just checked on Leo. It says for the Onong, it's umlaut O.
Okay.
Eingewohnung.
It means acclimatization.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think any other mistake. But how will you say this nach? Uh, One more time, say the sentence again, please.
Ich habe gefragt, ob wir nach 2. Februar mit Eingewohnung anfangen können.
To my knowledge, it should be 210 because nach, after nach, it has to be dative. You know,
Okay.
yeah. Again,
Mm,
can't be sure about it, but if it, I can just use logic, right? When you say, when you say my birthday is on, after it is always done, ersten, zweiten, dritten. Should be zweiten February, but you can check.
mm.
I don't see any other mistake. Do you guys see any?
One small like with the Eingewohnung, then it's a noun. Then we should use the article, right? Mit der
Not necessarily. You don't ever, no, no, you don't have to use an article. I mean, only if you use an article, then no one, like, never have to use an article, right? So, I want to eat
Okay.
pizza.
Is
I
it
mean,
okay if we don't use the article?
never, as long as, so it depends, as long as you can convey, so it's a language, right? So as long as you are able to say what you want to say, it's fine, right? You know what I'm saying? You say, I want to find job, I want to find a
Good to
job.
know.
What difference does it make?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Continue, please.
Okay. Mm, Sie haben gesagt, dass heute wir Vertrag erhalten werden, aber wir noch nicht erhalten haben.
Mistakes. So,
I see one mistake. Aber is a normal sentence. So the helping verb should be after wir.
Yes. What else?
in the second sentence.
And check for
Mm,
nouns. Nouns always have to be capitalized.
Vertrag.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. Vertrag, vowel has to be capital.
Eh,
Yeah. Any other mistake do you guys see? I can't see any other mistake.
For Erhalten is the Pepe's Y.
Yeah, it is correct. A Halton, it's the participle
Erhalten.
Y is correct. Yeah, it is a Halton. Yeah. A Halton, bekommen, they remain the same. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Okay.
like, participle Y is the same as the actual one. Yeah. Continue, please.
okay. Morgen habe ich einen Urlaub genommen.
Hmm.
Ähm, Morgen haben wir einen Geburtstag feiern.
Mistakes?
Ähm, okay, feiern. Äh,
Sorry to interrupt you.
ja.
Um, I actually has it out here. What would you like to convey with Morgen habe ich einen Urlaub genommen?
Like tomorrow, I have taken a holiday.
Mm, okay,
Yeah. But,
thank you.
to pitch in,
Mm,
I mean, it kinds of sound, so, you can convey things that is going to happen in future. You don't have to use werden. You can just specify a time, right? Morgen esse ich
Uh,
pizza. But here it will be better if you would say, morgen werde ich Urlaub nehmen.
yeah,
Or
because for me it sounded like genommen is past, so I totally got confused with Morgan and genommen.
yeah, but how you can correct is, you can just say few morgen habe ich einen Urlaub genommen. For tomorrow I have taken vacation, right? Or
mm,
for tomorrow I have booked. I know what you see, right? You just took, like you booked a day off, right? So you told your boss that I'm not working tomorrow. So few morgen, now morgen becomes a noun. So few morgen habe ich einen Urlaub genommen, or morgen werde ich Urlaub nehmen. Continue, please. The next one, no mistake, guys. Sentence number 5. I see a very clear mistake.
Yeah, it should be the Pepe's Y. I mean, participes Y.
Yes. So what is participes Y?
If it's I mean, like if it's again, if it's future, then it's not participes Y. We should use werden. If it's past, then we should use the participes
Mm,
Y.
yes. Yeah. Maybe you
but,
can tell more us. What do you want to say?
uh, like tomorrow we have a birthday party.
So, in we have a birthday party, right? So fine. So Geburtstags, you want to say party, right? So party, there is this party, then there is this fire, right? Then F has to be capital, and so Faear and without N, and there has to be a hyphen between Geburtstag and Feiern, or you can just say Geburtstagsfeier. Sometimes you can add an S in between two nouns and they become one noun. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yes. So morgen haben wir. Also, it should not be so. Fire. I think it is their fire. So it should be einen.
Okay.
Okay. Continue, please. Or you can just say morgen feiern wir Geburtstag. Don't need to say haben. Continue, please.
Okay. Meine Tochter freut sich auf Feiern.
Mistakes.
Again, I think the Fayan will be the noun here, or I mean, I'm not sure, but I somehow find it's not right.
Yeah. So I think. I mean, do you want to say like she's looking forward to the party?
Yes.
Then F has to be capital, right? So fire, so the fire. I apologize. So like I just checked. So the previous one, Morgan haben wir eine. Eine is correct. Geburtstagsfeier. And the next one, morgen meine Tochter, again T has to be capital. Meine Tochter freut sich auf. If you want to say plural, then yes, but you just want to say singular, right? Of the celebration, so it should be auf fire, not N. F has to be capital. Okay.
And in doctor, T also should be capital,
Yes,
right?
that has also has to be capital. Yes. Continue, please.
Mm, okay. Morgen haben wir auch einen Termin für Küchenmontage.
Yeah. So one thing you should take from today is, guys, whenever you have two nouns, right, put a hyphen in between. So Kyushin montage is two nouns, right? Kyushin and montage, right? Setup. So and both have to be capital. Like K has to be capital, M has to be capital, and put a hyphen in between. Okay. Sometimes you can just put an S in between, then, but here you have to put a hyphen. Kyushin montage. Any other mistakes? I don't see any other mistake.
One small question, Rohit. If we
Yes.
put the hyphen, should again the montage, the M should be
Yes,
capital?
it has to be capital. Yeah. Only if you put S, then only the first one has to be capital. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's more like genitive kind if we use like Cushions
Yeah, you
montage.
can think. I really don't know, but you can think of it like that. Yeah. But genitive, you actually have a space in between, right? So you add S, but then there is a space. So it's not genitive, I think. I really
Mm.
don't know. I'll have to check what this is. Yeah. Okay, it's not genitive. Yeah, because when you add genitive, you say noun and then add S, and there is some space, right? For example, if I say Chandu's laptop, I will say Chandu S and then space and then laptop, right? But here in this cases, when you are combining two nouns, we add S and we also remove the space, right? So this is something else. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, continue, please.
Okay. Meine Tochter ist noch Buri und versteht Englisch.
Okay, mistakes.
I don't know what's the word for Buri.
Even
Yeah,
I'm
D.
thinking I have used it many times, but anyhow, whatever it is, it has to be like P has to be capital. I mean, okay,
Yeah, also Doctor.
yes. Continue, please.
Sie kann nicht Deutsch sprechen, aber sie kann schnell lernen.
Yeah, don't see any other mistake. Again, the positioning of nicht, you can play it around. It can be where it is right now. It can also be just between Deutsch and Sprechen. Okay, we'll discuss about this niche, where it should be in the next session. Mm.
Rohit, one small question that's in general, and now that here I have seen, I would like to ask you. In English, we always start the first letter of a sentence as the capital, right?
Yes.
But in German, if we are writing a letter, if we write sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, then we start with the small.
Yeah, because so your question has two parts, right? So first of all, anything which is the first alpha word of the first, so the first word of a sentence, its first alphabet has to be capital, right? But in German, you say sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, right? So and then you write, for example, normally my emails start within, like, I say sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, Anhang finden Sie blah blah. In attachments you will find this. That is considered one sentence. So you say sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, then you put a comma, then you leave once, you enter it twice, and then you start whatever. It is still the same sentence. That's why it has to be small. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but otherwise the starting letter is always capital,
Yes.
just like
Yeah. Yeah.
English.
Yeah. I think even in
Okay.
English, and if you talk to teachers, they will say that, if you write respected sir, and after that, uh, it has to be small. Some people do it, but yeah. But in German, I mean, it's not a big deal, but yeah, it is considered one sentence. It's not an exception. So after you say Zagat, you can also say hello Rohit, comma, and then line break, and then if you start whatever it is, unless it is a noun or it is ish, or it is this z plus formal, it has to be small. Otherwise, if it is not an exception.
Now I'm again little confused because the last example, the last sentence of Raga, so she was telling, I think I assume it's about her daughter. So she wrote, I don't remember the sentence exactly, but she wrote like something she has, and the first letter was capital, but she's mentioning her daughter there.
Yeah, so it's something like this. Let's say if I say, blah, 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 right? And I put comma, right? And this was the first sentence, so this B has to be capital. Okay. Now I start again, blah, 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 blah. Again, this B has to be capital. Okay. Now, whether this blah, 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 whether it is capital or not, it depends on a few things. Okay. Whether it is a noun, then it has to be capital. Is it is it by chance maybe Z, then it has to be capital. Okay. Now the example that you are referring to is like she said, meine Tochter ist nur Puri, aber sie, I don't know what she said, but it was something like sie versteht English. Right. So here it need not be, it is not the,
No, 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 Rohit, not this example. The next one, Raga. Maybe you can help me here. What was the
Yeah,
last one? I didn't know. I didn't note it. I also noted the same one.
sorry. The last sentence was Sie kann nicht Deutsch sprechen, full stop, aber sie kann schnell lernen.
yes. What is the question now?
So here the Z means the baby. So it's the
Yes,
first. It's the third person.
yes,
So the Z should be smaller
yes,
s. Since it's starting it's in the starting of the sentence. It's capital.
yes. Yeah, this one is capital because it is the first word of the sentence. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that was the question. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's also a third person. Should it start with smaller s or should it start with the
No,
bigger
it's
s? Like
small. It's small. Yeah,
giving.
that's the reason, right? I don't know if I can find it right now. Where is it? That's the reason, right? If you check over in this table, can you see this slide?
Yes.
Right. So here, I have not highlighted it, but I think I did this in A1, A2. Only this Z. Wait, boy, what happened? Only this Z is capitalized. This Z. Because it is you singular plural formal. This Z they and this C it is small. Okay. I think that answers your question. And
Yes.
yes. Last session, I think Chandu, it was you, right? You said something like ERS packet. It should not be ERS, it is ear packet. Okay. ERS packet is incorrect. Okay.
Okay. And sorry, I forgot to ask my colleagues about the snow. I thought I'll ask today, but I
No, no, it's
forgot.
fine. Yeah, I mean, only if you need that. I mean, I don't know it because I never encountered that scenario. I mean, so again, to be honest, for example, right now I'm working with a new company. Like, I mean, I'm kind of like a consultant, so I'm working with a new company, and there I have to learn, like, about auto parts, parts of a car, and I have to like again learn new vocabulary. And I was just thinking, like, I only know clutch, I know gear. I don't know about the other parts. I know like clutch, gear, and tires, and now I have to learn new words about the car. You know, learn words that you need. Don't learn anything that you're not supposed to know.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just checked on Leo now. It says to clear snow is like Schnee Rauman. I think it
Royman,
makes sense.
Royman, okay.
Rauman.
Royman,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. Do you guys have any other questions? Otherwise, I don't want to, keep you guys on the call. Any kind of question about the German language. Need not be from A to A1, B1. It can be from, I don't know. My knowledge is up to C1. Above C1, I'm out. Yeah. Okay. There are no questions. Thank you very much for joining, guys. Next two sessions, keep doing this. Next session I'll try to cover the remaining grammar parts. I don't think they are very important, but I will have to complete them for the sake of completion, right? I promise that I'll cover all the grammar aspects, so I will do it. Yes, thank you very much for joining. Have a nice evening. Then also have a nice weekend because I will see each other and then on next week. Okay. The call will end, guys. Thank you very much for joining. I'll count from 10 to 1 and I will end the call. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Thank
5,
you.
Gute Nacht, 4, 3, 2, 1.